seconds. All right, I'm getting ready to hit the go live. Go live and ready? Now. Hey, what's going on, guys? Patriot Prime here once again with another episode of the SITREP. And my special guest, Anthony from HNE Games. Anthony, how are you doing this evening, sir?
I'm surprised I'm special. There's just nobody ever tells me that. But since it's
Man, how are you doing? You're out in the weather.
Yeah, so it's I'm in north central Ohio. It is 16 degrees out here. It is actually so cold that my watch broke, so that sucked. And there's a foot of snow behind me. Yesterday I have a truck. I got stuck in my own driveway. Yeah,
you gotta get a Jeep.
A Jeep. A Jeep. You can watch a review of that said truck on my channel. Anyway, speaking of that truck, let's just transition a little bit. Let me just scooch on over there. Oh, there we go. Nice and warm. I've had this thing running for the last 10 minutes. Now, the situation in this truck is a little cold, but I have heated seats. So, and paid less than 20 grand for this truck. So, awesome. Now, I figure we're going to go visit a couple of people. Let's see where we end up. Oh, look where we're at. Now, if this was full screen, you could see the main thing that tells you where we are.
I'll make it full screen.
The telltale is, of course, the Patriot Prime statue behind me. We are at Cato's.
Does he know that?
I hope so, because he gave me the picture. But in Cato's, it's nice and warm. There's just a lot of toys around, and he has no organization. You see all this stuff boxed here to my left? It is like, okay, so here is, I'm going to show you Inferno and Dino. Oh, wait, I can't physically touch them. This is imaginary. Okay, on to the next location. Here we go. Okay, now, I realize there's like a whole bunch of, what is that? Ninja Turtles behind me, and Optimus Primes and Voltrons.
And I bet you love that toy.
So this is Bert the Stormtroopers, and here, I can't tell if it's snowing outside or not. The blinds are closed.
Not in Florida. He's in Florida. I think he's the one escaping all this.
Yeah,
he's sitting back laughing at us.
Right, because if I mentioned in Texas, they're so unfamiliar with snow. My brother lives there. A $600 heating bill for the last month. That is just nuts when it's snowing that bad in Texas. But let's return back to my place so I can get out of this gear. Much better. I'm just going to take all this stuff off. Okay, there you go. So that was the situation report. Thanks for watching, everybody. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel. See ya. Okay.
All right. Well, that was a different intro than I normally do. So HNE Games, other than playing around with green screen programs and home invading our fellow YouTubers, what can you tell us about yourself? Introduce yourself to my viewers.
So my name is Anthony Haslage. I am the Chief Operations Officer of Haslage Net Enterprises, which the HNE stands for in HNE Games. We started in 1988. We started as like lawnmower services, plowing snow, shoveling. I was like 12 years old. Anyway, and then we moved up to computer stuff. So like early 90s, we had a community development corporation we got in touch with. I think I'm in junior high school at this point, and my brother and I start creating flyers and stuff for local businesses. So we did that for a while. I also took your Dinobot and your Inferno. So, anyway. So we would do stuff for local businesses, and when the internet finally got here in 1996, we started switching to websites. And then in 2007, we spun off our websites onto YouTube. Now, by this point, I had already had 2 seasons on a TV show locally. I also had a number of years of being a radio DJ locally. I had been printed in magazines. I was an active newspaper editor. So I was super busy into media. And when I enrolled in college in 2002, I had convinced the heads of the college, or at least the heads of student life, which is a department of the college, to start a radio station, which led to me doing the TV shows and the DJing I see. And I wish I had them on. I actually have the 4 issues of the magazine that I was an editor on, as well. If you go to my personal website, which is AR Haslage, or no, let me easier. It's tony.haslage.net. If you go to that, you can actually see cuttings from the magazines and the website of articles and stuff I did, because I basically put all my professional stuff, like my portfolio, online. So back to YouTube. In 2007, my brother had permission from Warner Brothers to publish on remaster and publish onto YouTube some media. If you've ever heard of Animal Olympics or Gotham Girls, so he cleaned those up, threw them online, and it worked. You know, back then you just get views. There weren't subscribers. You didn't have to worry about that stuff. Phenomenal hit. So then, by the time 2008 hits, that's, Larry Flint died, right?
Yeah, he's taken over.
Yeah,
it's Cato's magazine now.
I just found out Hustler actually was multiple magazines, not just the one. But anyway, off topic. Apparently, we are now in Patriot Prime After Dark. So in 2008, we just started to set up a Prime HaslageNet Entertainment or Enterprises channel, and we were posting basically audio of the TV show. We were posting the red audio of, at the time, my brother and I were both writers for a number of game magazines. So we would just, after the magazine had been to print and had been out for a little while, we would just audio record the reviews and throw them onto YouTube if you wanted to listen to them rather than just read them on our website. And that was what the first part of YouTube was, the first couple of years. And then every couple of years I'd come back with some ideas. If it doesn't work out, I just screw it. About 2 years ago, I started working for actually right before I started working for Nintendo. I had given up pretty much doing, because I was really big into the Pokemon trading card game. I wasn't playing, I was also into Yu-Gi-Oh! I wasn't doing that much. I never really got into Magic. There was a couple other cards, like Dragon Ball Super. I ended up selling my Pokemon collection for a whole bunch of money. So then I started buying streaming equipment, Transformers to review, sometimes electronics would come in. Like I have a sponsorship, I'm going to say sponsorship in air quotes, from Linksys, so occasionally they'll send me products. So I figured, well, since this was all kind of converging on this one point where I'm between one job and I had yet to know I was going to get hired by Nintendo, I figured I would just give this a spin. Well, Nintendo, don't let anybody tell you otherwise, Nintendo pays very well. Okay? I worked for 5 months last year because of COVID, and I still made more than my little brother, who worked an entire year. So, yeah, and I do his taxes.
Never stop working.
Yeah, I do his taxes. So, yeah. Which was funny because this is praise for Nintendo. This past holiday season, they said, you know what, we're going to risk it. We're going to bring you all back. But at the time, like most everywhere in the country was like level 2 COVID. So what happened was they go, well, we're going to basically tell you to stay home if your area is level 3 or level 4, and we'll still pay you for the entire season. So yeah, I worked 2 weeks, 1 day, and still got paid for the entire 3 months. Yeah, exactly. So Nintendo, if you have an opportunity to work for Nintendo, work for Nintendo. Okay, it was spectacular. But as you can tell, then, like probably with a number of other people, I had so much free time in 2020, and that little bit at the end of 2019 that it just made sense to go on to do this. And I'm kind of happy I sold my trading cards, because who was I going to play with last year? Like, I couldn't touch anybody, see anybody, and then I still got COVID in December. Like, I was sick for an entire month and ended up in the hospital. But this was the one thing I really tried to do the entire time. I was... How bad is it when you get exhausted editing a video? I'm just sitting there moving a mouse, and I just needed to take a nap after one video. It was so bad. Oh. So anyway, that's how we ended up where we are now. We just evolved with the times and tried to find new interests. We treat, and I say we because my brother's technically the CEO, and my sister-in-law is something, I forget what her position. If you go to our Discord for HaslerNet, which you can find on our website, haslers.net, our Discord is basically my two brothers, my sister-in-law, and me, plus Transformers reviewers in there, plus my friends from back in the late '80s through the mid '90s. I was a programmer, so I still have friends from back then that hang out in the Discord. It's not very active, mind you, but if you ever need to talk to us, you can check out our Discord. But going back to YouTube, it's basically I have time and money. And that's basically what we ended up doing Transformers, because that's what I'm really interested in. And this is very long, I know. Cut me off whenever.
I was about to say, this is the longest tell us a little bit about yourself I've had yet.
Yes, okay, so I'm going to continue on then. So
he's going to answer everything before I even ask.
You know what? That happens to me too. So, which is funny, I'm going to segue for a sec. I've been doing the 10 questions thing since the late 90s. People who now work for Activision Blizzard, Microsoft, Fuji, Adobe, I've interviewed them before they got there. So I've been doing interviewing because I actually went to school for journalism. For about 20 plus years. So when I found out you were doing this, when you did the Rodimus review, because I didn't understand you were doing a format, I thought it was just a BS session. I was like, I was talking to Inu Ta because I was interviewing him at the time. I was like, wouldn't it be funny if we did 10 questions versus SITREP? We just ask each other questions for an hour, you know? Yeah. I thought it would be funny. I mean, funny idea. It just probably wouldn't execute well. So when I was a kid, we were poor. We lived on welfare. My mom was just going to school for being a nurse. My grandma and mom, technically my grandparents, my grandpa worked for GMC, would buy our Christmas presents and then say they're from mom and grandma. But for the first 30 years of my life, the only Transformers I had were the G2 Optimus Prime, Scattershot, Snaptrap, and 4 Throttlebots. That was it. Like, that's all we could afford. And when I was working the game companies and I finally had some money, that's when I started investing in Titan's Return.
We're talking about the movie Street Fighter in the comments. And I had just talked to somebody else about that scene today.
Yeah, so I picked up Transformers again with Titan's Return, then went back and started grabbing Combiner Wars and Power of the Primes when it came out. And then here we are today, me reviewing this new stuff. I have a box of the Prime Wars trilogy that I probably should review if I lose material, but yeah. So that's how I got where I'm at, and I think that answers your first question plus some.
I think so. Well, that's it. That's a little bit about you.
Yep, that's a little bit.
That's an awesome backstory. You got a lot of history, man. That's really cool.
Look, I am your age, so of course I do. The only difference is I'm a rear admiral and you're like a staff sergeant or something.
I blew stuff up for a living.
Demolition expert?
Artillery.
I was going to say, I used to play
you from a distance.
Yeah, like Apex Legends, I think I did that.
All right. Well, now, for those of you who don't know how the SITREP works...
I don't. I ruined it.
What's that?
I didn't know how it worked. I ruined it.
Hell, train just derailed again. Yep. Anyhow, I have 10 questions that I ask my guest. 5 questions regarding the Transformer toys, and 5 questions regarding him as a YouTuber. So, Anthony, if you're ready to tell us some more information, we'll get this thing started.
Oh, I thought I finished already. Oh, 14 minutes.
Pretty much. I think you got down to number 8.
Well, let's do it in order, and then I'll try to be a little bit more brief. I think 14 minutes is a little too long. So.
Yeah, like I said, a little bit about yourself.
14 minutes is a little bit.
These are known to derail, so by all means. All right, question number 1. What's the appeal of Transformers for you?
Okay, so my dad and my mom's side of the family, both of my grandpas are car guys. Most of my uncles are car guys. So I like cars. I like vehicles. I hate motorcycles because I once rode a motorcycle and burnt myself and fell over. But otherwise, I like nice cars and I like big trucks. I used to work for a company where I had to look into trucks to make sure people weren't hauling anything illegal. Getting into a cab of a real nice semi-truck that's like $250,000. Muscle cars, spectacular. So Transformers were
Jeeps.
just... Huh?
But not Jeeps?
I had an Isuzu. I forget what
That's
it was.
not a Jeep.
Yes, it's not technically a Jeep, but it could roll over just like a Jeep. Okay.
Wrangler.
So, I like cars, and then the fact that the vehicle, the car, could transform into a robot and fight. I mean, any red-blooded American boy should love the concept of a hot car and a robot could then destroy things. It just... Right. That's why there are video games about this stuff, because it's popular. That's why I like Transformers.
Nice. Amen. All right, question number 2. Aside from G1, which is always the number one answer, what's your favorite Transformers fiction?
Survey set? No, okay. Yeah.
No whammies, stop.
Boy, we are dating ourselves. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies! Okay.
Annoyed.
So, okay, because G1 is the number one answer, because that's my answer. If I had to rank it, I think it would be Beast Wars next, which makes the Kingdom line now just... I missed out on so many of them. I got my first job when the final season of Beast Wars was out, my first real good paying job. And I was able to get Transmetal Megatron and Optimal Optimus Primal. That was the only 2 Beast Wars figures I ever had. Megatron suffered from gold plastic syndrome.
GPS. I have one over there. I want to review him so bad, but I'm afraid to touch him.
Yeah,
He's been in the same pose for probably 15 years.
Yeah, so my Megatron had been stored for 15 years or so, 20 years, whatever, in dinosaur mode. I went to transform him, both his arms and his waist broke. So he's glued together and in a bin under my bed, because where else am I going to stick him? Because it's not even a good glue job. It makes me sad.
What job?
A glue job.
Okay.
Yeah. After Dark with Patriot Prime. Okay.
Hey, it's my channel.
So I just put him away. Optimus more or less works. His springs on his arm shields, they kind of don't stick very well. But he still has the laser beam, the firm mechanic, and so that's all good. And legit the only one. So now I finally have Primal, I have Rat Trap, I have Cheetor, Black Arachnia. I cannot wait for Dinobot. Air Razor, she's not one of my favorite characters, but I think she would be awesome. So the thing is,
she's the only one I haven't pre-ordered.
Yeah, me too. I haven't pre-ordered from 2 places.
And the little Starscream, I don't care for that.
Yeah, I don't care about the core figure unless it's a unique character. I don't care. I pre-ordered all of them. Huffer would be nice too. From Target and Hasbro Pulse, and whatever one comes in first, I'll cancel the other. But I saved money doing it through Target.
I just got an email from Hasbro Pulse today that they're canceling my premium membership that was promised to me, like a lifetime membership if you're one of the first people that sign up. But they're going to cancel it, and I have to pay $50 if I want to keep my free shipping and all that. And I'm like, I'll go to Amazon.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah, I'm not paying them $50 concerning all the problems I've had with them lately. And yeah, they're tough. I'll get it from Amazon.
Yeah, see, the funny thing is, I got the membership too, and free shipping is great. But when I order so much that it always is free shipping anyway, it just it doesn't seem worth it, I guess.
I think when I pulled up how many figures I bought for the year 2020, I'd only ordered like 6 things from Pulse. And 2 of them got turned back into them or refunded.
Yeah, because they asked me to review my purchase of the membership, and I was like, well, it sucks. Like, there's exclusives, quote unquote. But like the exclusives I would want is the clear standee things, but for Transformers. But they only make them for the X-Men G.I. Joes. And I talked to Rodimus Primal, and he was like, yeah, he got some from his father-in-law, and they were special order for Transformers. I was like, oh, I really would love to get something like that isn't too expensive, just so I can do some poses or something. But then I'm like, am I even motivated to do that? Like, do I want to do stop motion? Do I want to do I keep going back, like, let's do the comic thing where you take pictures of them in a pose and you put thought bubbles above their head, and that's it. You know, you don't have to animate anything. You just take a picture, you repose them, take a picture, have a script written first. That is probably the most I'll ever do. So, like, if I have standee things, it'll probably because somebody's kicking somebody else. Action scene, I'm done.
Yeah, I have a hard enough time doing a regular review.
Right. It's just like when you're putting out, I do up to 5 things a week. So on Mondays, typically anything special, I feel like. On Tuesday, on my my personal channel, the Internet Politician, I will do something. Wednesday is my usual review. Thursday is back on the Internet Politician, I'll do something else. And then Friday is either a live stream like this or a, or an interview. So that my whole 5 days are planned out and recorded, and I do things like, and people complain about it, I post upwards of 3 months in advance.
See, that's what Bert does. He'll knock out reviews and just schedule them on YouTube, and they'll just pop out automatically. Yeah. I'll do mine. I shoot the review and throw it up right now.
Yeah, I can't be a last-minute Johnny, and I don't know what'll... Like, if I had not done the advanced thing back in November, I would have had nothing out in December because I was so sick. So, there's been a number of times where I just didn't have the time or whatever, but I pumped out videos so well in advance that no one ever knew, no one was ever the wiser that there was just a period of time I couldn't get anything done.
Well, I just got 5 Toy Hack sets in, so that'll be my next projects for the next few days. All right. Well, we went off on a tangent once again.
We're going to keep doing it. You don't need to point it out.
Do you have a favorite figure or holy grail, a figure you will never let go of? Say you have to sell your whole collection. This one's not going anywhere.
Well, it was the Transmetal Megatron, but now he's a pile of burning garbage. F for respects, people. F for respects. So... ruin your wood floor. Right now, I'm torn because there's Skylink's Grimlock from Studio Series and Beast Megatron. Because I will try. Let's see how far I can get. Because I love dinosaurs. When I was little, I was really into dinosaurs. So like when I first saw the Dinobots on the cartoon, I was like, holy crap, they're dinosaur Transformers. And we could never have the money for me to even get one of them. And that is why I have the entire Volcanicus set now. But here's speaking of Grimlock from Studio Series, I think he's a cheap piece of crap. Yeah, it's a hot take there, people. So if you have Megatron on one hand and Grimlock in the other hand, Megatron is solid, he's heavy, he's weighty. Yeah, his fake skin doesn't really cover everything up, but he looks like he's supposed to. That's fine. But he feels like he has substance. You take Studio Series Grimlock, he feels like a cheap piece of plastic. He looks like the movie representation, don't get me wrong. But it doesn't fit entirely correct. Like, maybe the pegs don't stay in, at least in my version. Wheelie, I wish Wheelie was a little bit more. It's just, but if you lift him up, he is so light that he feels like he's going to float away. And when you're getting Studio Series items, I expect the quality to be there. Not that I expect them to throw like a 2-pound weight in it to weigh it down, but but I still love the way he looks, so it's kind of a mixed bag. So, yeah, if it's a dinosaur and it's a Transformer, pretty much those are what I like. So that's kind of where my... Now, if I if I had to pick the one of the three, it would be Skylynx, because Skylynx is perfect in every way.
And he would say so.
Yes, he would.
All right, number 4. What is your white whale, your most wanted toy?
Funny fact, today I got it here in the mail. I've been for 2 years trying to get, actually 3 years. When did Combiner Wars was 5 years ago, right? I've been trying for upwards of 5 years to get off-road for Minosaur.
Oh, the pickup truck?
Yeah. I keep finding them on Amazon for like $60 plus $20 shipping and handling. I'm like, oh, heck no. That's highway robbery. But, it's a Combaticon, so I got lucky on eBay about 2 weeks ago and found them for $40, and then I jumped on it. So I got them today, and now I have the complete Minosaur set. Now, I have the G2 Recolor Minosaur, which means he has a replacement piece. So technically, my Minosaur now has 6 pieces rather than just 5. I can interchange, I mean, it's Scramble City combiners. You can change it on anything, but you know what I'm saying, right? I have all 6 canon pieces of Minosaur. So yeah,
that Minosaur was so disappointing when he first came out, because I'm a huge Minosaur fan, and I didn't like how they made Motormaster just a cab. I can accept that, because when he transformed, it was still pretty G1-ish, but the Minosaur was just so misproportioned. Of course, once you get some add-on pieces, he looks all right, but that was like the weakest of the entire Combiner Wars combiners, in my opinion.
Well, I liked Minosaur enough that I was willing to forego the... Oh, wait, we just ended up in Canada. I don't know how he got here.
Getting away from the weather, I guess.
I imagine Canada's probably worse. Okay. How do I get back home? Oh, there we go. Okay. I just had to stop into Canada for some health insurance or whatever. Okay. Yeah, most G2 stuff I hate the color of, but I looked at Minosaur, and there was the original version and then the G2 repaint, and I dug the color scheme for the G2. Like, I hate, as I said, I like G2 Megatron. I hate the color scheme, but
which one, the purple one or the green one?
The purple and green one.
The purple one or the green one?
Well, it's purple and green. I don't know what to tell you.
There's 2 Megatrons in G2. There's a purple tank, and there's the big green one.
Okay, well, they're both ugly. So,
how dare you?
But I say that knowing that I also have the G2 Optimus Prime, but he was a re-release with a different trailer, so the trailer is black instead of gray, which I'm okay with.
It always cracked me up how the G2 figures had their name stamped on them. Like, they're going into battle. Here's Optimus Prime on my leg, Megatron across his chest.
It's like, where's the secrecy? Like, now you're basically advertising to all the humans as you drive down the road, hey, it's a Transformer, and not just some guy hauling some stuff.
All right, here. Number 5. What is your favorite Transformers character? Any fiction, any media. This isn't the toy. This is a character.
Yes. Oh crap! Because it is torn between Megatron and Grimlock, and I mean Beast Megatron, and of course the Beast Megatron from Beast Wars the anime, because I just like the way he speaks. But then I love the Transmetal ones. It feels like okay.
Well, Beast Megatron, he was the same character all the way through the entire series.
Right. It's just different forms. Right. I'm just trying to decide which one to pick. Like, is it Grimlock or Megatron? Okay, can I pick the Grimlock that can also merge to become Volcanicus, which is from the Prime Wars Trilogy series?
You can pick whatever you want. This is a free country. You're back from Canada, right?
Yeah, I'm back from Canada.
This is a free country. You can pick whoever you want.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Grimlock then.
Which one?
Greg Berger Grimlock. Classic G1 Grimlock.
G1.
Yep.
All right. Well, that wraps up the Transformers toy questions. Now we're going into YouTube land. So question number 6. What possessed you, a grown-ass man, to do toy reviews on YouTube?
The ghost of some dead guy from 100 years ago. Reflect on your question, and then you'll understand my answer.
Oh. It's late, man. Don't be hitting me with intelligent shit.
Well, it goes back to I was deprived of like Transformers as a kid, so when I had the opportunity, I jumped on it. I mean, it wasn't fully my intention to dive into Transformers as much as I have, because if you go through the history of the YouTube channel for HNE, I did a lot of tech and video game stuff. And so I think I found Rodimus Primal's channel, your channel, and Kato's channel. And I was watching you guys, and I'm like, well, I can do my own spin on that. And so I figured, what the heck? I had just acquired, I'm trying to remember, it was at the end, I think it was Power of the Primes. I had a couple of things. I was like, well, let's see how I can do. Now, at the time, I had a crap computer, which is now in my bedroom. And I was using free software, and I had a crap camera with. I did this weird thing. So,
see you, TF.
He expected it to be over in a half an hour. He was wrong. Okay, so here's how my setup was on my original computer. I have a mic stand. So what I would do is strengthen the mic stand as high as it can go.
You're the feeling in his life. You're the inspiration. Karate Kid Part 2.
So I raised the mic stand up, and then I would turn the extension piece sideways and mount the camera at the top facing downwards. So it would look at the top of my desk. And then I would lay down the transformer and transform it under the camera with the monitor straight in front of me. And that was how I did the reviews. And I was like, well, that wasn't too bad. Now, what really bothers me is that Kato uses these excellent backgrounds for his reviews. And I see Toy Hacks has them, and I'm like, do I want to spend $35 on something like that? Because I bought this Transformers trading card game playmat, which you'll see at the bottom of my Transformers reviews. And I think the white background with it, because it's a white playmat with Transformer characters on it, kind of goes nicely unless you see all the detail. The one thing I have a problem with, and Kato, this is where your inspiration ends. When you show a picture of gray weapons on a gray background, I had to look at the picture and zoom in and go, what the heck am I looking at? Dude, change the background if you're going to have gray weapon. Like, it was this video from like 2 days ago, I think. I could not, I watch YouTube on my TV. I'm sitting 8 feet away and had no idea what I was looking at. Okay? Always assume your audience is blind and deaf. But yeah, you guys, you Kato and Rodimus. Yeah, it looked like fun, and I figured, what the heck, I had time and money, so.
Oh, here's the man, Deluxe, right here. I absolutely loved your throwback review on your review. It reminded me of Mystery Science Theater 3000. I laughed so hard watching that. I missed your live stream, but I'm a terrible insomniac, so I got up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and watched that, and I laughed so hard. I was like, I've got to do that. Oh, hit the wrong thing. You new topic. But that was so funny. It's the way you had your wife filming everything, like, here it is, here I am, here it is. Kudos, man. That was
nowadays
great.
You've got no.
Yeah. Hey, Deluxe, while you're here, I thought you were reviewing or interviewing Rodimus Primal. What happened? Was that not today? I thought it was today.
And now's the awkward pause as we wait for him to reply.
Right. Well, I mean, you can move on to your next question. I may have misunderstood the days.
What keeps inspiring you to get in front of the camera? The assholes you meet online?
No, you're fine. Well, as I said in 2002, that's Tomorrow's Night. Okay, 2000, I think it was 2003, 2004, maybe. Oh, I'd have to look. I was a TV personality, so I had 2 seasons of a TV show. So I was used to it.
What TV show?
Oh, so the internet politician thing is actually what came out of that. The TV show was called Politically Crowded. So it was
politics.
Yeah, well, it was a little less politicky and more comedy. But I had 2 seasons of that, and you can actually go to my tony.hatledge.net website, and it is in their politically credited somewhere, and you can actually listen to the episodes. Fun fact, the TV station used VHS tapes to record still, and they reused tapes over and over and over again. So when I requested the video of the episodes, of which there's like 26, they could only recover like 22 or 3 of them. And they were only able to give me the audio because of the video quality had degraded so much in 10 years. I was like,
sucks.
oh, that was horrible. But I got the audio quality on some of the, if you go to my thing and listen to them, sucks because the tape was so bad. But there's nothing I can do about it. So it is what it is, and I hate that saying. And I've derailed. Yeah, I lost. Oh, so why do I go on the camera? I mean, other than the previous experience, there was probably a little bit of time where I was like adverse. Thank you, Deluxe Baldwin. I subscribed to you last week. Where were you then? Anyway,
I wasn't interviewing you then.
no, because I wanted to. I sent Deluxe Baldwin a message to say, "Hey, dude, you want to join Transformers Reviewers?" Nothing, dead air. I'm like, whatever, fine. I'm gonna move on with my life. But thanks for the subscribe. Check your email. I think I sent it to your Gmail or Facebook or something. Yes, as you can see.
About you too.
Yeah, so I ran for office like 5 times. I got elected twice. So I was constantly in front of cameras and news people. Nothing makes you feel as good as the Democratic Party tearing you down. But then... So it wasn't unnatural. It's just for a while I didn't feel like it, and then I end up in a situation where I have nothing better to do. So I allow people to admire this vintage purely out of ego. Just I'm okay with it if you're okay with it.
It works. All right, let's see. Question
Kato?
number 8.
Wait a minute. One sec. Kato, it's Mountain Dew. It's not coffee.
Dude, have you tried the Watermelon Zero?
Yeah, I tried both the full sugar one and the diet one. I actually like the diet one better, but the diet one's hard to find.
Oh, you can only get it in cans, or unless you buy one of the big bottles. And here we go from Transformers to Mountain Dew. Reel it in. All right. Question number 8. There are thousands of Transformer reviewers on YouTube. What makes you any different from the rest? You're shorter in your screen. I'll give you that.
I do. When we started doing TV, the idea was that your head was always center, unless you were doing something from a desk, and then the desk would be what is it? 1/5 the bottom of the screen, and then you're upwards, and then your head's still center. So that's where I get used to. Like if I go and play with this.
Not on my show.
Funny. You can see my desk, and then I have to pull the camera forward. And now I'm up the level with you, but I feel like there's less background for you to look at. Because I don't mind if you look around, as long as you're hearing my voice. Yeah. Like, and then you ask your question, and I think to myself, I'm just going to change where I'm not unique at all. I'm just copying other people. What was it? There was a comment, or I was watching a live stream the other day, and somebody made a comment about how there's all these reviewers, and the fact is, almost everything we do, is something copied from somebody else anyway. Like Walter Cronkite was the example I used in the chat. Nobody thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. But no idea is wholly original anymore. So my only spin really is that I don't do a solid, like, fully detailed review. I do here's what the guy looks like, here he transformed into, here's that transformation looks like, and then I'll do a second guy because I want to get through the review in about 15 minutes. Although I did just review 8 little figures in 15 minutes in the video I'm going to be posting for Monday. Yeah, my thing was, if you don't want to stay for a full video of 26 minutes long about one figure, and then I'm offering you 2 figures for the price of one and half the time. So,
and you can't beat a deal like that.
yes, efficiency, man. It's efficiency. Kaizen. I have a master's degree and I went to law school, so you figure it out.
All right, question number 9. What's your thoughts on the Transformers social community, such as YouTube, Facebook, and do you have any special shout-outs? I think you shouted out a lot of people today already.
So I was like, so I asked Rodimus Primal for background too, and I think he thinks I'm abusing him now. Oh, he gave me an idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing reviews with you guys' backgrounds, and I'm going to just copy the opening of your videos and see how that works. No, I'm not going to do that, people. Don't worry.
His beard.
Plus, I was just using it for the bit at the opening. I am not going to do reviews in your name, because the last thing I want is anybody else to make more money than me. So, shout-outs. Well, I mean, obviously, Kato, you, and Rodimus. Although I felt like the last couple of days, Rodimus has been non-talkative with me, but I feel like I did something bad. And I had this weird, because I have this guilt thing going on, but it also had to, the house I was raised in. So, if you did anything where somebody stops talking to you, it means something went wrong. Like, other people, I really like George over at Lazy Eyebrow. I didn't start watching his videos until recently, like last 6 months. And I started watching all his overloads. And dude is talented. And then he a couple weeks ago, he started doing the how to do stop motion. And dude knows his stuff. Like, it is spectacular. So Lazy Eyebrow.
Thanks, Deluxe. Appreciate that.
What was the who else do I think really I dig the method in which Brian over at TF Fan Page 101 does it. Like, he's kind of like always near the computer or on his phone, and every single thing comes in. He's like a news channel for Transformers. So, like, yeah, like, you think Proto Man does a lot. Brian at TF Fan Page 101, like, legit at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm trying to sleep, he puts out a video. And I'll end up watching the video and then going to sleep. Like, I dig the 24-hour CNN approach that he's going for. Let's see what else. I
had somebody real quick. They asked me, I think it was in my jazz review, because usually when I find these guys out in the wild, I'll take a picture of it and put them on my social media pages. And somebody made a comment that says, "Why are you just reviewing this now? You took a picture of it, last week." And I told him, I said, for me, it's a pain in the butt to review, because the first thing I do is when I get home, I shoot the package, the intro, me and the package, so I can get the figure out of the box. And then it all depends on what's going on at the house with my son not going to school. We're homeschooling at night. Got to get him to bed. My office is right over the kitchen, so if they're downstairs, I can't do anything because the noise carries over. There's some mornings, now that we got this new puppy, I can't be in here and talking. He hears me early in the morning. He's scratching on the door. In my V review, where I'm talking about the V Funko Pops, if you hear all this noise, that's because the puppy is under my desk, and I'm trying to talk as fast as I can and pet the dog at the same time. I ran out of breath. But for me, it's just finding all the time. That's why there's so many edits in my video. Each edit could be like a day. So it's very rare that I can knock out a review in one day like that.
Yeah, I have a similar issue with a cat. So I've gotten into the habit of... Yeah, I thought that was funny. I have the habit of locking him out, but he'll start scratching at the door. What I learned to do to get him to stop scratching at the door...
A newbie. He went cheaper. And we got 99 cents. Who's got 99 cents? Call him down.
What this may help you. When Dylan was a kid, did you guys have baby cages, like to keep him going up the steps and stuff?
Thanks, Kato. We'll do what? We have baby cages, baby gates, playpens, leashes.
Okay. So what I did was I took a baby gate and put it in front of the door, and it stops him from scratching because there's no surface to scratch on anymore.
99 cents. Woo! I'm cheaper than the Dollar Tree.
This chat has paid for itself because he paid me $20 to be here, so works out nicely. Oh, sorry, I didn't know it was the NDA. I didn't sign it yet. So who else? Bert. I saw Bert on one of your live streams, and I was like, dude, got a Ninja Turtle collection. Like when I was little, it was Transformers and Ninja Turtles were like my big two. And I don't know, the screen's too cropped, but like there's 4 Ninja Turtles like sitting on the bookcase behind me, just little guys, and there were candy in them. So I always keep them. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see them. They're on the bookcase further over. Anyway, there's candy. These were candy things, and I keep the little Ninja Turtles whenever I do anything, because it's a reminder I love Ninja Turtles. But yeah, Bert the Stormtrooper, Larkin. I enjoy Larkin. I'm jealous of Larkin because he gets so many figures early. Like being in Hawaii is like. Well, I mean, first off, it's not snowing there. Second, it's probably in the 70s, if not 60s. Right. So jealous of the weather and jealous of his access to toys. I live near Cleveland, Ohio, and it is so difficult to get anything here. Although I went into a Meijer. I actually went into 2 different Meijers, and they each had 6 Skylinks sitting on a shelf. So I think people don't know the Meijer sells Transformers in this area. But they always are like a series behind, so they're still working on Siege and Earthrise when we're all in Kingdom everywhere else. But yeah, that's the top notable names that come to my head without having to look at a website.
Definitely a good group of people. I have said this over and over again. I am so amazed by the people I've met doing this. I never in a million years would have imagined all the friends I've made talking about these plastic robots. Especially being a dude in your 40s talking about plastic robots. I mean, these are some great people, and I wish we could all get together and not do the online thing, but it is what it is, your favorite saying. But man, you guys, it's awesome. I want to toss an Inutabi and Bacon for
just throw them in there. What is that? I'm trying to remember the term where you have a top 10 list and honorable mentions. Yes. So Bacon and Inutabi there. I admire. Okay, first off, Bacon's collection. In my interview with him, which posted I think last Friday, his entire basement is Transformers. Like in the video, he actually turns his camera around, and you can see entire wall lined with bookcases. Then the area he sits by, like his computer is against the wall in between bookcases. It is holy crap. I think he said he had 6,000 different Optimus Prime figures.
Wow.
Right. And I'm here thinking I have 317 just total Transformers. 6,000. I'm like, he hits every variation, every country. That must be.
I would feel like when I started collecting again, I started collecting during the Beast Wars era, and I only collected the Predacons. Because I like the Predacon Beast better than the Autobot Beast or Maximal Beast. And then, of course, went into Beast Machines, Robot in Disguise, all this stuff. And then I sold the whole collection, except for a few things. Then I got back into it. And the problem now is, as the newer stuff comes in, I start selling the older stuff. And a lot of people's like, oh, my God, how can you do that? And I was like, well, I need money for the new stuff. So
you got to get it from somewhere. What was that? And then Inutabi, his backlog is just impressive. So, like, when I interviewed him, on the table behind him, first off, he has a game room, like a setup with just the lines of walls and stuff. But then in his den, he has this table full of stuff that he may never get to, but it's still very impressive stuff nonetheless. Although, what I consider, when you have a collection room, I think that is actually hoarding. I think that's what they call it clinically. So you and Larkin and Bert, you're all hoarders. Bacon is a hoarder. Clinical. I'm clinically diagnosing you. I'm not a doctor.
All right, question number 10. And here's the big one, because this is I want you to talk about your new baby here. Tell us about TFReviewers. Okay. And where our viewers can find you. Okay, so I don't want to stir up controversy, so I'm not going to say certain names. So basically, last year, summerish time,
I was talking to you, Cato and Rodimus, after a live stream, and we were talking about some questionable characters in the community who acquire product, let's say...
Shadily?
Yeah, shadily. It's not a word, but we'll go with it. And I thought to myself, well, if you guys think like this, I wonder if other people think like this too. Like, we can't do anything about it, but at least we can be against it without, causing anybody any problem. Like, it's none of our business what they do, because if Hasbro wants to enforce it, it's entirely their thing to do. But we won't endorse it. We won't support it. What if we did a collective where we all agree to this one term, but then we also agree to help each other, join together for things like this panel. You may be familiar with the live streams that I've been doing with upwards of 10 different reviewers. You were the first one, and I think you were in the next to last one. And then I have another one coming up Friday after next. Fell off the truck reviews, yes. We don't support those, but we do support people who don't support them and want to work with others. So that's what Transformers Reviewers is about. And after talking to, I think it was you, Rodimus, Larkin, Kato, and Inutabi, or was it Inutabi? I think so. It was kind of like, well, this is a no-brainer. Why don't we just create a community for ourselves within the broader community to provide that support that maybe we need somebody for a panel, or we need to run some ideas by. Plus, it offers some opportunities for some promotion. So members get access to the Facebook so they can post. I offered people access to the website, but no takers. Because the website, if you post something to the website, it also posts to Twitter and Facebook. I wish there was a way to share Instagram. There just isn't. But everybody has their own Instagram pretty much anyway. So you get access to some utilities too. And so if you're watching right now, live or recorded, I don't know why I put the qualifier on it, because I guess it doesn't matter. Go to YouTube, type in TFReviewers, and you'll find the page. It has a purposely off-centered half Autobot, half Decepticon logo, because everybody does them perfectly matched. That is not how I work. And then you go subscribe to it, because what happens is, as people update their playlists, the feed, the playlist setup I have on the page actually updates. So because it's their active playlist, it's your guys' active playlist. We have 43 channels. Actually, technically,
Wow.
we have 41 channels, and then we also have Transformers Trivia and T-Formers. So 41 channels and 2 affiliate members. So the ones who actually update their YouTubes, it will reflect in the channel information and playlists on the YouTube. So I try to do as much as I can with what free resources are available. Because I'm not making money off of this. Transformers Reviewers is not being made for profit. I mean, not for me anyway. If people find you from it and you make money on those ads from your videos, then that is how it's supposed to work. So I will never post a video or something on Transformers Reviewers with the intent that I'm going to somehow profit. So that is not the goal of that. If I want money, I will get it from HNE Games. That's right. HNE Games on YouTube. Subscribe to that. Okay.
Nintendo.
Yeah. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. The Facebook is somewhat active. We I think it was Brian, or no, it was Crimson Raptors. He says, "Why don't you create a Discord channel, whatever?" We actually are on Larkin's. We are on Larkin's Discord for general everything. So we have, like, you can go to Transformer Reviewers website, which is tfreviewers.wordpress.com, and you can go to the Discord and join that Discord, and you can talk to us. Most of the, or actually say half of the reviewers are on Larkin's Discord, and you can talk to us there. And then, of course, people post their videos. So that's just another avenue of getting into the community as far as being involved. And that is generally how it started. Maybe, is this where we start taking off clothes? I feel like we owe them something. But just... No? Okay. Were we still rated G? I don't remember. You said a swear once. Are we PG now? I don't... Show the super...
Okay, enjoy his great weather. Stay warm. Has the snowstorm hit you yet, Anthony, in Ohio?
We have a foot of snow right now. It snowed on Monday night, and it was like about an inch, maybe two. And then the night before last, which I guess would be Tuesday night, it just dropped on us. Now the thing is, it's this weird, very light snow. It's not like there's like no water. No, there's like no moisture in the snow other than the fact that it's snow, and it's super powdery.
Dry ice.
Huh?
You had dry ice then.
I don't know what it's just super powdery. But I got stuck in it in the truck yesterday, so we had to have somebody plow the driveway out so I could even park in the driveway. 4-wheel drive. What the hell is it good for if it can't get you out or in your driveway?
Today was a beautiful day here. It was like 40 degrees, nice and sunny. But apparently at 2 a.m., Sub-Zero is unleashing his full force upon us. And we're supposed to get anywhere from 5 to 8 inches by morning.
That's what she said.
Wow.
Wow.
J-Rod?
That...
freaking foot of snow, man.
Because then we talk about this stuff. I go back to my brother paying $600 for heating just for this last month because of how cold Texas is. That is just nuts. I had to dig out my kerosene
heater. I haven't used that in years because they're talking about all this power outage possibly tonight.
I am so used to the cold that I don't even dress for it most of the time. I wear like right now I'm wearing a t-shirt, this overshirt because I like a collar when I'm on stream, and a pair of shorts and some footy socks because we have cats and I prefer not have bare feet on the floor.
Deluxe is upgrading to Voyager Baldwin. He's going to start doing shirtless.
Oh, you stole my joke. That was from the last live stream.
Hey, everybody.
You pay him $10, he goes Voyager. Pay him $20 more, he goes a leader class, a leader Baldwin. And then you pay him, $80 and he'll be, what is it? No, is $80 the commander class? Yeah, so he'd be Commander Baldwin at $80. Oh, if he does a Patriot, that's what he should do.
Website.
That should be exactly what he does. If you pay $1, you're a Deluxe Baldwin. You pay $5, you're a Voyager Baldwin. And work the way up. So
I need to chat with Deluxe again. I haven't sat down with him in a long time. He's actually the one that inspired me to do all this crap.
I was gonna say, invite him onto the chat when we're finished doing the questions, or unless we are done. Titan Baldwin, yes.
Oh, hold on. Oh shit, where'd he get here? Get up here. That's not the one.
Oh,
there we are. $600. HasLab Baldwin.
-3 degrees in Texas. That is not right. I don't think it even fell below zero here in Ohio yet. Well, at least not where I'm at. I'm 2 miles south of Lake Erie, so we get lake effect, but it also keeps us a little warmer than people maybe in Medina to the south.
I'm 3 blocks from the Greenbrier River.
I don't know anything about the area in which you are, so I don't know the relevancy of that.
There's nothing to the area which I are.
Tell me it's Chesapeake Bay, and I'll go, oh, yeah, I know it. Southern New Jersey, yep, definitely know where that at.
Are you familiar with the Greenbrier Resort?
I've heard of it, but I don't know where it's at.
15 miles from there.
That helps me nothing. That just doesn't help me.
I worked at the casino there at the Greenbrier and got to toss out rich people for a living.
Oh, a bouncer, fun times. Yeah, because I'm 6'4". At the time I was a football player, or a former football player, 265 pounds, like 7 to 10% body fat. People just had me around to scare other people away. It was a great time. Great time. Ha! Okay, so on to the next question.
That was it. We wrapped it up.
Oh, cool. So, Peanut Gallery. Anybody have any questions for me or Patriot here?
Yep, we're just shooting now.
What I had a it was a Pawtucket Patriot Prime. That would be your beer.
Now the problem with NECA, Baldwin, is you can't move him unless you soak him in hot water first. What do you guys think of the laziness of Kingdom Prime? I guess you're assuming where they're re-releasing Earthrise.
Because they did that in Siege with
Astro
Train, yeah. And
it's a money grab. It was just, hey, let's throw this figure out again.
You don't want the trailer?
We got plenty of them. Let's just put him in a new box.
Right, and if you don't want the trailer, get the Voyager class and save $20.
Yep.
They re-released the same Earthrise mold 3 times.
Hey, Gran. Yes, Deluxe is the reason I started buying NECA horror figures. Granted, only Jason, but of course now I've got Jason figures, Terminator figures, Predator figures, Back to the Future. I almost grabbed Doc Brown at Walmart today.
Hey, I'm directly behind you on below Darth Vader's helmet. 1, 2, 3. For the third shelf down, is that the Voyager Devastator, or is that off-brand one?
That is a KO Devastator in Voyager size.
Okay, because it looks
I've
almost
got the big Devastator. Same down there in the corner.
Yeah, okay, because it looked eerily close to the parts of the one I have sitting behind me. I was like, oh, okay.
That there's my whole shelf of I'm not sure where to put them yet. Everything else is organized. Let me blow up, sir. Everybody can see what. Well, that didn't help.
Well, I can see everything now.
Organized. I mean,
I'm surprised you don't got labels on your shelves, like, this is what's on this, like a museum, and then you go around and just, show people with hand movement, like, yeah, the presentation, here's, it's on this shelf.
Would you be surprised if I told you I used to have that?
Used to do tour guides? Like, $5, see the Museum of Transformers.
No, it's funny. We'll have people over the house, and they're just sitting there and goes, well, what do? You want to see?
I play with toys. I can't say too much.
I have a pleasure room. Do you want to see it?
Starting in 2002, I was doing stuff for Pokemon. So, the only reason why I stopped Pokemon, other than getting bored with the card game, was Nintendo told me I had to because I was working for them instead now. So, I used to have somebody come over and go, hey, you want to play Pokemon? So, Transformers, Pokemon, it's interchangeable, I guess.
I've pre-ordered Part 7, Jason, but I've heard that they're running into legal problems again, and we may not get him. Rodimus, thanks for stopping by, as always. Looking forward to the next time we can all get together and chat.
Don't forget Deluxe Baldwin tomorrow at 9 p.m. He is with Rodimus Primal, so don't forget to check that out tomorrow at 9 Eastern Time.
It'll be Deluxe Baldwin. I don't think he's going the Voyager route yet.
No. Maybe that's where Rodimus is coming in for. Since Rodimus Primal is a Prime, he's going to upgrade Deluxe.
Hold on, Delmas.
So his answer is no.
I've got the Alpha Predator, 2 City Hunters, the Jungle Hunter, and another one with a sword with an electronic helmet. That's weird. My phone is my webcam. It's kind of weird to maneuver around.
Yeah, because for anybody who wants to do this stuff, there is a program called the XSplit Broadcaster. And there is also an app. And now you can get these free, or you can get a premium version. I have the premium version of this, XSplit VCam. And what they enable you to do is you can hook up your cell phone remote, wirelessly, and basically feed it into the XSplit Broadcaster, and then you can still use the backgrounds that you saw me use earlier. So it integrates everything very nicely. So I'm not shilling for them, though I am an affiliate of theirs. I'm just saying, if you're interested in doing a higher level of just using your cell phone, and then check out XSplit. And then because I promoted XSplit, I'm going to promote Toy Hacks. So if you like stickers and backgrounds, check out Toy Hacks. Mention that Patriot Prime sent you, and then I XSplit. Click my affiliate link. Yeah. So.
And don't forget to check toyhacks.com. Let's see. We had something. Somebody asked, "What's our thoughts on the Titan class ARC coming out?"
I can't afford it.
I could care less. That's my opinion. I could care less.
Yeah, I'm not getting it. Here's the thing. When you have only so much space, I need figures that will break apart. Like the combiners behind me, I can take them apart and put them away in a box. When things are that big, it's really hard to find places to store them.
I don't know if you were in on this. This guy just randomly asked me that he wanted to place an order for Toy Hacks. He had $50 worth of stuff in his cart, and just out of the blue asked me, "Hey, can I have a $25 off gift certificate?" I'm like, "What?" He says, can I have a $25 off coupon? I was like, I don't have a $25 off coupon. I don't get $25 off. Just out of the blue. And he's like, well,
like randomly he popped he popped a number out of his head, said $25 off. Patriot Prime must have that $25 coupon.
Yeah, just out of the blue. He's like, man, I don't have gift certificates.
So you're telling me that Toy Hacks does not give you discount coupon codes?
No.
Yeah, I don't get any from anybody either.
They do not. I purchase everything.
Yeah, like Nintendo sends me free stuff. Linksys sends me free stuff. But they don't give me anything to give anybody else discounts or free stuff.
Now, I've asked them. There's a couple. Anytime I ask, like if I do some kind of special, they were very generous and gave me a Scorponok set to give away, the Seeker set to give away, and I forget what the other one was. But I mean, they're great to work for. Very, very nice people.
I have to give some credit to the Big Bad Toy Store. Myself and 4 other guys, we teamed up to try the affiliate thing as a group, and it was a nice experiment for all of us. And Big Bad Toy Store got some interesting numbers, and we established a baseline for Big Bad Toy Store to do advertising on a channel, and so now they know what their minimum is. And it definitely was not us. We were way below what possibly would be a good working. Between the 5 of us, we put out like 20 videos with the affiliate link in the description. And I think they said in 1 month we got a whole 8 clicks. And I was like, ugh! Our total subscriber numbers were somewhere around 1,400. So they established based on 1,400 and 8 clicks how many they need to basically make $20 a month in advertising payments feasible. I don't know what their number is, but it definitely was not us. So I think it's somewhere in like 14,000 or something. I get free stuff occasionally. Like every quarter, I'll get something free from Linksys. Because of the virus, Nintendo didn't send me anything this year. Last year, they sent me a Switch and 2 games. I did other things with them. I didn't review them like on here. But after I was done with those, I gave away the Switch and one of the games. I kept the other one because it was Mario Kart. I'm going to keep Mario Kart.
My son got one of those for Christmas last year. Absolutely loves it.
Yeah, I bought my mom, my brother, sister-in-law, and I bought my mom a Switch. First off, she's addicted to Tetris. She's never had Tetris before. I showed her Tetris 99. I have a paid version. I loaded it onto her system. She spends most of her time playing Tetris 99 and Solitaire on her Switch. And I'm like, well, okay, you know what? It wasn't a waste. Because I was always afraid when I buy my mom, who is obviously much older than I am, a piece of technology, I'm always worried that she will never use it.
There was a Beast Wars fighting game. I remember that one.
Funny fact, I'm actually working on a Transformers video game documentary video, whatever. So hopefully I'll have that done in a couple of weeks. It'll probably come out the Monday after next if I get it done. And I actually go through the history of Transformers video games in that video. Script's written, I just have to put it together.
Nice. All right. Well, guys, I think we are going to wrap this up. It's been an hour, and I need to go home and make sure my family's still there.
Wait a minute, you're not home?
What's that?
Is your background fake too?
No, mine's real. It's real. I'd throw something at it, but my luck, it would domino the whole thing.
Oh, that would be hilarious. Please do it. Somebody
No,
pay him to do it. $100 right now. Somebody do a super chat for $100. Just knock all your stuff off the
G1
shelf.
shelf. Those are G1s. No way. Where's my dollar store figures? Yeah, like this one.
Yeah, I didn't feel it. Nope.
All right, well, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you that stopped by to watch us ramble on about things. That's what we do. And don't forget to check out Anthony at HNE Games and TFReviewers, where you can find all of us, this large cabal of TFReviewers who can't get Big Bad Toy Store any points. But we're all there, and that's pretty much it. That's a wrap.
I have nothing to close this with.
He has nothing to close out.
I got nothing.
Anyway,
rev up and roll out. There you go.
If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to click that bell icon. Where's my hand? To get notified when I upload new reviews. Once again, this is Patriot Prime and HNE Games signing out. Hooah! Pause for effect and then hit end broadcast. Well, there we go. That was fun.